For the next 3 projects, we're not going to need none of this. And if I forgot something, we're not going to need it either. In this one, we are going to use nothing but what you see here. These pens are the oldest ones that I can find that I had. An old ruler. Of course, it's not wooden. I looked for one, couldn't find one. Pencils. A pair of just scissors, you know, the regular kind of scissors. And then some kind of cardboard. Alright, this is what we're going to use on our next couple projects. So let's get started. Okay, I had started on a bag and I did not like it. This is the pattern that I made. I do not like it at all. Right here is the remnant from it where I've done it. I was going to put the video up here, but do it fast forward and tell you I didn't like it. But here is what it will look like. And I think this is way too wide. Now, I like this part here, but it needs to be bigger. So this right here is not going to work too good. I had gotten a Pepsi bottle, a Pepsi bag and box and done it, but I do not like it, as you can tell. So now I've got this one back because I was going to replace it, and I taped the bottom one just like it is, but I'm going to remove the top one and get rid of it. And from the looks of it, it is going to be skinnier, as you can tell, and I'm going to like the skinnier. It's about an inch, yeah, about an inch here, yeah, about an inch, and I like it better. This right here I like. This right here I want a little bit bigger. This right here is on a fold, and I think I'm just going to leave that one like it is, except for one thing I want to do with it is I want to cut it down. I'll be able to see my lines. Got 2 inches. I want to cut the 2 inches off. There we go, 2 inches. We'll cut it completely off because I still want my sew right here. I figure I could put that one together anyway and show you what it looks like. But anyway, to get this pattern and all, this is what I did with it. Took me a cup, and I measured 3 inches, 3.5. We'll have to do this over again and do new measurements and see what it looks like. And then I'm going to want to go 3 inches down. So that's 3.5, and that's 3. And now I got me a line here and here. Now, on this side, I want to go 2 inches down and 2 inches in. Now I got my measurements. Now I'm going to take my glass and I'm going to lay it down and draw it out. I'm too big for this one. My glass ain't going to work. So now I got this one is like an egg shape. I'm going to put it on this line and on this line. The corner of my bow. Straighten out my bow to where it's at the corner. And I'm going to mark it down. Hopefully it'll do better. So now on this one right here, we have 2 inches right here in the middle. But then here's this. So let's start going and cutting. And hopefully it'll turn out better this time. Rick's boiling some eggs. So that's what you're hearing, is eggs boiling. And I think he's got a problem. His pot is too small, so let me go fix him up. Okay, that'll take care of that. Now then, throw that away. We're going to keep this because this right here is going to give me this right here. And this right here is going to give me this one. So we're going to want this side cut on fold. Cut on fold. And now we're still going to want our measurement here, which is 2 inches. So we're going to want 2 inch by, what was that other one? 9 inches or 9.5. We're going to put a question mark on top of it so we will know if it's around that area, it'll be fine. Alright. So now then there is our pattern. And I'll play with this one later. And we'll see what it comes out to be. So now I'm going to get this one. And I'm going to go with the same material that I had before. Because if it don't turn out, I'm not going to get too mad about it. Alright, now that we got it folded into 2s here, I'm at 4s here. This works fine to me. I'm going to take it and I'm going to lay it down right here, like this, on the 4. I'm going to take my ruler and I'm going to line it up down here so I can just get that type of material. I forget. Let's see if we can't. I'm spoiled rotten. Let's move up. I'm spoiled rotten. I know what I said, but that's okay. We all have a right to go move up some. Alright. So, you know, really, that's not fair. That's not fair. So, I'm going to put this back. I'm going to go back to my scissors. Alright. So, I'm going to lay this out. I'm going to go back to my scissors because it's not fair. Alright, now we got this one right here cut on fold. I need to go over more. And I have 4 layers right here. There we go. There we go. Let's cut this on fold now. And we're going to mark it out. Alright. Now, we're going to take our pins and we're going to put pins in it so we can cut it out, which is probably going to be a little bit harder. Since we got 4 layers here. But we could do it. I know you could do it. I have faith in you. Alright, now, let's get that one out of the way. Let's give this thing a cut down. I can tell now you're going to want a better pair of scissors for this. Let's just keep on going. There we go. Throw that up there. Finish cutting this out. I'm telling you what, the razor blade, this right here cutter, is a whole lot better to have than it is this pair of scissors. but we're going to fight with it anyway. And we're going to do it. Yeah. It's just Cherokee. Alright. Got this little bit we want to cut off here. Alright. Now, set that over out of the way. Let's move this out of the way. Because we're not going to use it. We have to use the other one. That one. We got to use this ruler. Alright, now on our thing here, and we have only 2, and we need a 2, so if we can't get it, a 2 by 9. I'm just going to use whatever I have here to work on it and see what it is. Alright, let's cut that one out. And let's see what we have. There we go. See what we got here. Okay. We got... Where in the world did I get 9 from? Where's that piece of paper at? I bet you it's 19. I done lost what I done with that. I bet you it was 19. Well, I got 16 here, so I bet the other one was 19. Right here it is. It is 19. Not 9. 19. Sorry about my luck. But I got 16. This will work just good. Because see, you can put your hand right in there. Alright, let's cut out another one. 2 inches. Two inches here. Draw our line. Because we have to have 2 of them to make us a handle. Alright, so now we got these. Now I got this little piece right here, and I'm liking it. So what I'm going to do to this one is I'm going to lay it down here on it with the fold. And we're going to make us a pocket, because so we don't have this. This is just my leftover that I have done. And we're going to want to do it as well. Look how much I'm cutting off there. I may just leave that one. So let's cut this off. And I want this to work right along with that other. See what I can do. Ooh, I'm cutting it good. Yes. Alright. Now then. Here is me a pocket to put on the outside of this. To get rid of all of this. Let's see what it looks like. Now, this right here don't look too bad. I probably would want it a little bit skinnier. See, let's check it out with this one. It is a little bit smaller than that one. But, however, we're going to go on anyway. This is the back of my fabric, and this is the front of my fabric. So we're going to take this one, and I would like it a little bit skinnier, but what can I say? We've already done messed up, but you can get the gist of what I'm doing here. We're going to want to sew. Wait a minute, I got to go this way. This is the back of the material. I think I need to quit. Just take me a break and smoke me a cigarette. And drink me some Pepsi. And all. So we're going to sew all of these down right here. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Go smoke me a cigarette and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to sew these down. This is the back. This is the front. Pretty sides together. And I'm going to sew these down and then I'll be back. Alrighty, I have these done and I have them sewed down, as you can see. And then there's my pocket. Now we're going to want a lining with this too. Now you can take and like sew it down to on fiber fill if you want to. I'm not going to, because I'm just going to get rid of this bag. I'm not going to keep it, and it's just a bag. But now you can sew it down on fiber fill, which I don't see anything. I don't see no fiber fill. But I would do it before you do this. Now you're going to have a lining piece, which is this one. And this is the color that I was going to use, Cindy, but I only had 3 pieces and couldn't do it. Alright, so I have all this right here done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put them together. And we're going to sew all of it down. I turned it off. No, I didn't either. Okay. Okay. I have these done. And I started my inside, which is done the exact same way. So we're going to put these to the side. And then we're going to get out this one. This is our pocket that we want on the outside. Now we're going to take and we're going to fold it down. It does not have to be perfectly. We're just going to sew it down to where our seam right here will not show. And then that way we can put it on our pocketbook. Alright, let's give that one a sew down. Alright, now let's turn it back around here. Now we're going to grab one side and we're going to open it up. Why am all my strings? I'm getting strings from everywhere. Don't know. Alright, we're going to take this one. We're going to lay it right on top of it.
Hey, chill out.
And we're going to pin. Get my pins. And we're going to pin it down. Like this. Alright. Now we're going to come to this one. We're going to put one on one side and one on the other. There we go. Well, why in the world is that like that? Alright. I'm going to lay it like that. This right here is just most definitely not turning out like I would generally do it. So I want it to all lay flat. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to tell you that it's right when it's not. Alright, so there. That's what I did. Hard. I made it right. Okay. No, Cat. I'm already having problems anyway. And I'm going to tighten. You're going to do it anyway, ain't you? Alright, so now let's sew all this down. Mama Cat. Little man, there we go. Alright. stick it in here. I'm going to get my pen. Well, I was going to get my pen out, but there we go. Alright. I'm going to back stitch. And then I'm going to sew all the way around. Alright. Now while we have this one sewed down like it is, right in the middle, right here, we are going to go right down, right where our seam is, and bring it on up. And we're going to do our back stitch. Now that gives us 2 pockets on the front. There we go. Alright. Now then, we are going to take and we're going to get them strings off of here. Alright. We're going to take this one and we're going to open it up and we're going to sew right down here the same identical way. Let's get some pins here and start pinning it around. Yeah, boy, Cat, you're so tired. Yeah. Alright. Now we have one going one way, one going the other way. This, oh man, this is hearing inside out. It's backwards. Man. Pretty sides together. For some reason tonight, it's just not. My mind is not working right. I ain't worried about the threads, really. Alright, let's line this back up. It really don't matter which way this goes, but we need pretty sides together. Something's going on. Me not being able to use my brain to do this right. I want to do it. My brain's not letting me. Alright, let's get this side. There we go. Now we want to sew from this side so you can see your where you already sewed. And what we're going to do, turn it around here. We have the heads of our pins, which are right here. And we're going to, when we get down to our pins, we're going to take them out. And we're going to go right beside where we had our other stitch from our pocket.
Right beside it. We're not going to go right on it, we're right beside it.
And now we're going to back stitch up here. Alright, let's take a look at it. Can you see right beside it? Right here is my stitch from the pocket, and then right beside it we stitched another one. Alright, let's get the inside the same way. Okay. Now I took the inside here and I moved it over 1/2 inch. So we are going to cut down all the way around it and knock off the rest that we don't need. Because we don't need this. And hopefully it'll still work out. I'm trying to do this in one video. I don't know if I can. Takes over 1/2 hour to make a pocketbook. Alright. So now this one, is done with the pocket on the outside of it. There we go. Alright, now what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to, like mine over the strings, is put it right down inside of it, like that. And now I'm going to pin this part down, one seam on one way, and we're going to pin it down. All the way around. Huh.
You're the one threatening to harm us. You're the one threatening to fine us. You're the one threatening to throw us into a rape cage, and we're the ones who like value.
A rape cage. He's right on that one, ain't he?
Come on, talk to the hand.
Rick?
Yeah.
Are you okay?
Talk to the hand.
Yeah.
Talk to him. He's lonely. He's lonely. Talk to the hand. He's lonely. He's lonely. Quit smacking your gums. Quit smacking your gums.
Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to sew. No, we're not going to sew right here. We're going to sew these two areas down right here. And let's see. Let's leave this like this. Let's do something else. I want to get me this little piece where we had it before. We're going to try to level it up. We have, let's see, inches. Let's see if we can't get it down to 2 inches. Which is right here. There we go. And we're going to get down to 2 inches on this side. Alright, now we're going to go down this way. This way. And now we're going to cut this down. And now we're going to take it over to the sewing machine and we're going to sew it down. Alright, let's sew it down. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to leave this side open. And we're going to sew all the way around. Alright, let's go back over here. Alright, where I messed up right here, I'm just going to cut it off. It really don't matter how big really this is. As long as you cut the corners. Alright, now, we're going to turn it around. Come on. My fingernails in there. And we're going to turn it around. Yeah, I don't want nobody putting nothing in me. I don't know what it is. Not anymore. I don't like eating the food we got. Oh, I'm sticking my needle through it.
Hi, I know I did the wrong thing today. I went to get the silver testing
Go.
because my kids' school required it, and
Well, guess what? Guess who ain't going to school anymore then?
Alright, so now we got this away, even though that this is like it is. I'm not going to worry about it. So now we're going to take and we're going to sew all the way around it. There we go. Now I'm going to cut this much of it off to just to get the where we didn't get it and the string. Now then, I'm going to take one of these sides. Let me find out which one's which. This is the one with the pocket over here on this side. So I'm going to take the other side that does not have the pocket, and I'm going to put this inside of it. Now, this thing is 5 inches long. We could put like 2 inches into it, and it's not going to hurt it. So I got about 2 inches right there, and I'm going to put it right in the middle of it. I'm just going to eyeball it. It's not no big deal. So I'm going to pin this bad baby down. Now, I'm going to sew all this right here around this way, and I'm going to sew this around this way and this way. So let's get started on it. And I'm going to back tack this one. Like that. Alright. Now then, usually you will leave a bigger place to turn it, but you can turn it this way. I'm going to cut this off because I don't need all that in there. See there? Alright. Now, is this the one I back tacked on? No, let's see which one I did. I don't see it. Right there. Alright. So I'm going to take this one. I'm going to pull it apart. And I'm going to start bringing it out. Do this little hoe if I can. It don't look like I can. Man, that sucks. That's what I was planning on. Alright, since we can't do that, we're going to come down here. I was planning on taking it through one of these, but I guess not. We're going to take that right there apart. This right here purse is just not coming out the way I figured it would be. It'll be okay, Sandy. Keep going. You're just making more mistakes to make it look better. Okay. I'm glad I am. Alright. I wished I wouldn't have done it here, but okay. Alright. Now I have these right here we're going to use for handles. This is the pretty side, and that's not. So what I'm going to do with this one, I'm not going to use no iron or anything. We'll take half of it this way, half of it that way, and I'm going to put it together and pin it. And I'm going to go down the whole length of it. And I'm going to pin it. I don't want that one. Come on, get in there.
Alright. What is going on, guys? It's Adam A.K. Marv, and this is Marv.
Oh.
If you've never been here before, this is a live show. We're going to be going over the weekend news. We're also going to be going
So you're going to have little problems with this one. It's not that great of a pocketbook, I'm going to tell you.
legal, medical, or financial advice. The views of the callers can differ considerably and do not necessarily reflect the opinions of myself. That's
It is a cat. No.
do your own research and consult with professionals. The internet is full of fake news, so please take everything with a grain of salt. Now, just want to remind you, today's show is
Alright, now that one's ready to go. We're going to stick it over here.
on your virtual
And I'm going to get this one ready to go.
huge safer than catastrophe.
Alright, let's get busy and sew it down.
Now, again,
Alright, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn it around And I'm going to go down the other side. Alright, now we have it on both sides. I like that. Throw it over there, and now we're going to work on this one so that it will look the same way. Here. And I'm going to be back because I'm going to go smoke me a cigarette. Now that we got our straps done, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and we're going to take it up through here. And we want to make sure we got our straps straight. Okay? So we're going to put it in here. We're going to put us a pin right here. Now we got our strap flat on the inside. Now we're going to take the other side and we're going to put it up in here. Right in the middle of it. And we're going to pin it down. Now we're going to turn it over and we're going to do the same thing to this one. Put it right up in there. And we're going to leave a little bit there. Put it right in the middle. Oh, come on. My hand slipped. We'll pin it down. Alright, now our strap is straight. We're going to take this one and we're just going to turn it this way and keep it flat. And we're going to put it up inside this one. A little bit out so we'll make sure we get it and pin it down. Now let's turn it around here. And we're going to sew each one of them down. Alright, now we got done with that. Now let's go back over here. Let's take all of our pins out because we are done with them. Now we can cut these off if we want to. That is optional. Crazy. Alright. Now we're going to take this one and we're going to pull it through. And we're going to lay this one right here down. And we are going to sew it. About a 1/2 inch is all you need. Let me get that up here. So here's a split here. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to put all of it in here because when I go across it, it's going to hold it. There we go. Alright. Now I'm going to sew it down. Oh no, I forgot to turn it. Okay, anyway, now we have this like this, and we're going to put this down inside of it. And we're going to start pinning right here around all of it even. Alright, let's take it over here and let's sew it. This time I'm going to put you. Alright, now I want to start with the very back of it. And these little corners, you can take your stick pin and pull your corners out if they didn't come out. Just make sure. Ooh, I like the way that one did. I wonder if I can get that one to do it too. And we'll just push your corners in. Ooh, yeah. I like that. Well, that's not here. Ain't going to do it now. Right. So I'm going to have to pull these corners out too. There we go. We got that one. Alright. So I'm going to sew this one down first. And I'm at the very back. And we're going to sew it down. Alright, now we're going to come down our last one and pivot because we're back where we started sewing. And then we're going to go across. And now we're going to back tack right across the stripe. Now you see why I'm saying it didn't matter that our stripe was going to be put down? Let's look at it. So here is the bag. Oh, I think that looks pretty cool. So now we need to put a snap on it. Or something on it. To make it look better. I think it looks good though. I really do. Now, I think what I'm going to do is put me a button here. A button here. I'm sorry, y'all, but a button. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do it next, and I'll be back. Alright, looks like my project's been took over by a cat. So let me have my project. There we go. You can stay right there. Alright. Now, I have a button thing to sew the buttonhole on here. But unfortunately, the one I got does not go to this machine. So I'm going to have to do it by hand. Or do it by machine. But I have to do it different. So what I'm going to do right here is I'm going to lay my button down. I think it's a pretty good button. It has some kind of thing on it. And I'm going to put my button down on it like this, right here. Now I'm going to take my pencil. I'm going to lay it here and here. If you don't have one, this is the way to do it. Now I'm going to take this, my ruler, I'm going to put it down in the middle of my marks. And I'm going to put a mark right down in there. Now, what we want to do is sew as a line here and here. So let's get over here and let's do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it, do it. Alright, we're going to start off and we're going to go forward. I want it as slow as I can get it. And then we're going to go back tack on it. And then we're going to go forward again. And we're going to back tack it again. Alright, now we're going to pick it up and we're going to take this one off. And we're going to do the bottom one the same identical way. Go back. And then forward. And back. Alright, let me get this string gone. And I'll show you what it looks like. And then that way, you can sit. Try to get all these strings gone. That's what I'm working for. Alright, now it looks like this. Alright, now we're going to put it back down here. And I'm going to put it right here beside it. I want to try to keep it not on my line. I don't want it on my line. So I'm going to put it right beside it. And now I'm going to put it on number 3. And I'm going to make my stitches just as close as I can. And I'm going to go down. And It's 0.8, which would work good. And now we're going to go with this one right here, 2.0. And we are going to go right down beside it. And it's going to take its sweet time. And we want it to take its sweet time. Now we're going to go backwards on it. And I can't see. Alright, right there. That works good. Alright, now I'm going to go back over here. Even though it's crooked, I'm not going to worry about it. Put it back on my line. And go forward. And let it take its sweet time. Because it will take its sweet time. Back up to the beginning. If you go a little bit past, it's no big deal. Alright, now we're going to go back down it. Oh, I got to hold it. And let it take its sweet time. And to make sure you direct it. And that it don't get on your line. Alright, I am down to my next one. So, well, I was almost there, but it's close enough. It ain't going to hurt it. Alright. Get rid of all our strings. And that's what you got. Even though it is not perfect, it don't matter. Alright. Because you're not really going to see it that much. Alright, now we're going to take our seam ripper. And we're going to jab it down in here. You see this right here is where our sew line is. Jab it right down in here. And then we're going to cut it down to our next line. Try to do it really careful and don't cut into it. Now our button should go all the way into it. See here? And our button's there. Alright. Now, we are going to lay it down. And I hope this right here can help somebody out to make a pocketbook that don't know how to do it. Let's get rid of this and our beginners. I mean, it's really simple. Alright, now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to lay it down. Line everything up so we can get our button to where we want to. Now we're going to take our pencil and we're going to stick it right down inside of it and we're going to mark it. And then that way, you can see right here is where we marked it at. And that's where we're going to want to put our button. Now, let's see, this is directional. I can't tell if it is. But I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, I'm going to stick my pen in here like this. Because I have this type of button thing. And I'm going to stick it in there like that. And let me have my thread cap. And I'm going to open this up, I hope. Oh, come on. Don't do me this way. Work for me. Pretty please. Ta-da! Finally, it worked. Yes! Alright, now I got that one. Now I'm going to push it back through it again. And then I'm going to push it through my little hole that I have. And then I'm going to go back through it again. And I'm not going through my hole. I'm just going through my purse. And tighten it down. Go through my hole in my button again. Pull it through. We want to do this about 4 times. Whoa, I'm going way too much on that one. And I don't want that. I want this to go through my material a little bit. So that makes 2. This one makes 3. This one makes 4. We're going to go through my needle again. And then through my thread. So there's 4 times that it has been wrapped around my button. Alright, now we're going to take this one and we're going to wrap it 1, 2, and 3. The reason why we're going to wrap it like this is because it wraps around the thread here and holds the thread together. Alright, now we're going to pull it through up here and we're going to tie us a knot. And we're going to do it the old-fashioned way. Just so you could see it. And I'm going to tie it twice, like that. And I'm going to take this part, and I'm going to just push it through up this way, like that. And now I'm going to cut it, like that. Now my button is on. I have a buttonhole, and we can put our buttonhole together, like that. And if the cat wasn't here, I could show you better. But there it is. Now, right in here, it's going to fuzz some. But don't worry about it. When it does, like it has here, you can just cut this right here, fuzz off. And it's not no big deal in between there. And it still looks pretty good. And I've been liking it. I like that little pocketbook. That is better than I thought. And I do like the way that the bottom of it has this right here on it. And it does look pretty good right here too. It does kind of split it up. It looks good. I'm happy with it. Yes. Alright. So I guess we will see you later. How deep is this thing? We're going to see how deep it is. Let's do it this way. Go down in the bottom and go right here to top. 15. Is that centimeters or what? Or inches? Centimeters. Let's go with inches. We know what inches are. But we know what centimeters are too. Alright, this right here is like 6.5 inches. So I think I did pretty good. I do like that. I think it looks pretty good. I don't know if you can see it on me or not, but it works out good. Alright, we'll see you all later. And I hope this helped somebody out that wants to begin her pocketbook. What'd you find? You found some strips. Did Grandma hide them for you? Yes, Grandma had them. She hid the strips from you. Now you found them. All right. You like them strips? Uh-huh. Are you sewing? Are you sewing? Yeah, her sewing, Papa. Yeah. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. She's so happy. Hey. All right, say bye-bye.